Hey guys, so I'm back with another one. Try to be quick with it. Um, this one is really just to explain the way stems work with virtual DJ because I've encountered a lot of people that assume that it's all the same for each DJ software when that's not really the case. You see, what separates virtual DJ from the other programs is the way in which it processes their stems, and their stems are processed on the GPU. Okay, the graphics card of the laptop is where the stems are processed. Where all the other programs, as far as I've seen, are processed on the CPU. Right, so they're all done on a processor. So Serato, Recordbox, Tractor, and DJ Pro, they seem to process their stems on the CPU as opposed to the GPU. And this is where Virtual DJ gets a little tricky. And I'm saying tricky in the sense that there are two versions of stems with Virtual DJ. It's not just one, as again, the other programs. So in Virtual DJ, you got stems 1.0 and you got stems 2.0. And what I mean by that is that when Virtual DJ first came out with stems a few years ago, they had their first version of stems, and it was okay for the time. It was not the best. It really had a lot to be desired, but they came out a couple years later with stems 2.0, not too long after Serato introduced their stems. And it was much better, big improvement. In fact, Serato stems were better than Virtual DJ stems when Serato stems came out too, right? But Virtual DJ did their thing, and as a result, they gave us 2.0. And from my experimenting, from my observation, from my experiences, I would say that Virtual DJ 2.0 stems are the cleanest stems that you would get in DJ software presently. Okay. And I'm not saying that to bash anyone. I'm just saying that from my actual experience. And before me, I have a Rev 5. I got two Macs. And you can see that I got Record Box in there. I got DJ Pro in there. Serato Virtual DJ. So I do my little comparisons to double check these things. I like to see what everything is offering up front. So a designated graphics card is what's really needed in order to process the stems on Virtual DJ, as opposed to just processing stems on the CPU. Okay, if you're on a Windows laptop, you're going to need at least a GTX 1650, and that's cutting it close. When processing stems on a GTX 1650, it's going to be slow. It's going to take roughly a minute thereabout to process one track with the stems. It could be a little less depending on the length of the track. And on Mac, you're definitely going to need an M1, M2, or M3, M4 to process the stems. That's live, that is, right? The 2.0 stems, the better quality of stems that I mentioned about a while ago. If you're going to use an Intel Mac from, I know people are still using 2012s, love it, right? If you're going to use an Intel Mac from 20 something all the way up to 2019, you're gonna have to drag a track inside the stems folder for preparation in order to achieve the higher quality of stems. And in doing so, it's gonna take forever for stems to be computing. See this line here? Since I've started this video, that line has been processing the stems for this one track, and it's not close to completing right now. And that's the painful side of using an Intel Mac in order to achieve stems, because you're not able to do this live like you would with ARM based Mac, right? So if you want to use live stems with Virtual DJ to get the 2.0 experience of clarity, yeah, you're gonna have to get a newer Mac. Just that simple. If you're on Windows, you're gonna need a gaming laptop, something with a designated GPU, and highly recommending more RTXs than GTXs. But you can get away with a GTX. I have a gaming laptop there. That's a budget gaming laptop that I was DJing with before I got my Mac, the M1 that is, and it worked. It worked. It just stems took a while to process, probably half a minute to a minute, that kind of thing, right? So that's just to share with you guys who aren't familiar with Virtual DJ that much. There are two versions of stems, okay? And you would need a designated graphics card to have 2.0 perform live. Okay, so if you don't want to use 2.0 and you want to use the original stems that was 1.0, then it won't matter whichever one you use. But definitely you're gonna need a mid to high end laptop to process virtual DJ stems live to get the cleaner quality of stems. Okay, guys. So yeah, just wanted to reiterate that for those who didn't know. Okay, peace.